This isn't just another EV release. This is the kind of move that shook the entire industry, and it hit Elon Musk hard.
A stunning new announcement from Toyota has reportedly blindsided Elon Musk, and his reaction suggests it wasn't taken lightly. Toyota has just revealed a groundbreaking electric vehicle, and initial reports suggest its specifications could rival, or even surpass, some of Tesla's current offerings. With a bold unveiling, Toyota introduced a revolutionary new EV claiming superior range, speed, and perhaps most significantly, price compared to Tesla models. Moments after the announcement rippled through the industry, Elon Musk reportedly unleashed a fiery social media response, igniting a digital firestorm. But what exactly could prompt such a strong reaction from the world's leading tech disruptor? Is Toyota genuinely poised to challenge Tesla's long-held reign? Prepare yourself, because the electric vehicle battle everyone anticipated is unfolding, and it appears to be getting intensely personal. The global surge of electric vehicles. An electric vehicle, commonly known as an EV, is essentially a vehicle propelled entirely or primarily by electric power, rather than traditional internal combustion engines running on gasoline or diesel. The concept spans a vast array of transport modes, from everyday cars and trucks to public transit like trains, trams, boats, submarines, airplanes, and even specialized spacecraft. Fundamentally, if it moves and harnesses electricity as its principal energy source, it qualifies as an EV. The notion of electric-powered transportation is far from modern. In fact, early electric vehicles first emerged as far back as the late 1800s, coinciding with the Second Industrial Revolution, an era defined by rapid advancements in electricity and mechanical engineering. At that time, electricity was widely regarded as an optimal method for vehicle propulsion. The key advantage? Electric motors provided a far quieter and smoother operation compared to the notoriously loud, vibrating, and often unreliable gasoline engines of the period. Early electric cars offered effortless starting, a comfortable ride, and produced no noxious smoke or fumes. However, they faced a significant hurdle: batteries. The battery technology available back then held limited energy, severely restricting the distance electric vehicles could travel before requiring a lengthy recharge. This inherent limitation fueled public concern about running out of power far from a charging point, a phenomenon that came to be known as range anxiety. Consequently, early electric vehicles struggled to compete effectively with gasoline-powered cars, which boasted extended range and rapid refueling capabilities. Throughout the majority of the 20th century, vehicles powered by internal combustion engines, whether using gasoline or diesel fuel, predominantly dominated roadways worldwide. Nevertheless, electric power never entirely vanished from the transportation sector. While electric passenger cars receded from mainstream popularity, electricity maintained its importance in other forms of transport. Urban environments globally continued to rely on electric trains, trams, monorails, and trolleybuses, typically drawing power from overhead lines or conductive rails. On a smaller scale, electric scooters and personal mobility devices became valuable for short-distance travel. It wasn't until the late 2000s that a significant shift began to occur. Automotive engineers and manufacturers started introducing plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, PHEVs. These cars offered the flexibility of using electric power alone for shorter distances while retaining a gasoline engine for extended journeys. Subsequently, in the 2010s, fully electric cars designed for practical, everyday use finally became a viable reality. Driven by dramatic leaps in battery technology, advancements in electric motor design, and sophisticated electronic control systems, these new generation EVs were capable of traveling greater distances, charging more rapidly, and providing a driving experience widely considered equal to, or even superior to, conventional cars. Governments globally recognized this potential. In an effort to combat climate change, reduce urban air pollution, and decrease reliance on fossil fuels, numerous countries initiated policies and incentives to encourage the adoption of electric vehicles. These measures included offering tax, credits, purchase rebates, facilitating the expansion of public charging infrastructure, and even granting preferential access to carpool lanes. Today, electric vehicles are no longer a distant, futuristic concept. They are a rapidly expanding segment of our current transportation reality. As advancements continue to push battery ranges higher, charging networks become more widespread and accessible, and vehicle prices trend downwards. An increasing number of consumers are making the transition. The trajectory for EVs appears brighter than ever before, and this transformative journey is still in its early phases. Within this burgeoning market, Elon Musk's Tesla rapidly established itself as the undisputed industry leader. Let's explore the ascent and influence of Tesla. The ascent, influence, and challenges of Tesla. Tesla's journey commenced quietly in July 2003. Co-founded by engineers Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning, initially named Tesla Motors. The name was chosen as a tribute to the visionary inventor and electrical pioneer Nikola Tesla, whose foundational work paved the way for modern electrical systems. Few at the time could have predicted that this modest startup would one day profoundly disrupt the global automobile industry. The company's trajectory accelerated significantly in February 2004 with the arrival of Elon Musk, already a prominent tech entrepreneur. Musk joined as a major investor and took on the role of chairman of the board. Armed with substantial financial resources, a bold, future-oriented vision, and a notably audacious approach, Musk swiftly became the public face of Tesla. By 2008, he had assumed the position of CEO, guiding Tesla into a dramatically new era. That pivotal year, Tesla launched its inaugural vehicle, the Roadster. This was no ordinary electric car. It was a high-performance, stylish sports car that captivated the world, unequivocally demonstrating that electric vehicles could deliver exhilarating speed, driving enjoyment, and desirable aesthetics. The Roadster was followed by a series of revolutionary models: the luxurious Model S sedan in 2012, the versatile Model X SUV in 2015, the more mainstream-focused Model 3 in 2017, and the popular Model Y crossover in 2020. Tesla's innovation didn't stop with passenger vehicles. It introduced the powerful Tesla semi-truck in 2022, and in late 2023, the highly anticipated futuristic Cybertruck finally reached customers. As Tesla progressively rolled out these new models, its market valuation and brand prestige soared. By July 2020, Tesla had surpassed competitors that had existed for over a century to become the world's most valuable car company. For a brief yet remarkable period between October 2021 and March 2022, Tesla joined the extremely exclusive ranks of trillion-dollar companies, becoming only the seventh U.S. firm to achieve this valuation milestone. This status was briefly regained between November 2024 and February 2025, underscoring the sustained high level of investor confidence in Tesla. Tesla's performance figures frequently validated the surrounding excitement. In 2023, it led the global market in battery electric vehicle (BEV) sales, capturing an estimated 20% share of the total market volume. The same year, it secured the 69th position on the respected Forbes Global 2000 list, a substantial accomplishment for a company still considered young in comparison to its legacy automotive competitors. However, Tesla's path has been marked by considerable challenges and setbacks. The company has been involved in numerous lawsuits and has frequently faced negative media scrutiny. Former employees and whistleblowers have alleged retaliation against individuals who raised concerns, while others have reported deeply troubling workplace conditions, including claims of sexual harassment and systematic efforts to impede unionization efforts. Additionally, Tesla has issued multiple large-scale vehicle recalls addressing significant safety concerns. Critics have also pointed to the absence of a dedicated public relations department, arguing it hinders the professional handling of external concerns and communications. Exacerbating these issues, Elon Musk's often unpredictable public statements and behavior have repeatedly generated controversy. He has been widely criticized for making overly optimistic promises, particularly regarding the timelines and capabilities of Tesla's self-driving technology and the delivery dates for new products. Furthermore, some of his commentary, particularly concerning political matters, has sparked significant backlash. For example, critics of Musk recently initiated a campaign explicitly named the Tesla Takedown to protest what they perceive as his undue political influence, specifically citing his public support for a second Trump presidency. Despite navigating these turbulent periods, Tesla continues to drive forward with apparent momentum. It has evolved beyond solely being an automotive manufacturer. It represents a symbol of innovation, bold ambition, and, fundamentally, market disruption. Adored by its dedicated fan base, viewed skeptically by others, and under constant observation by the world, Tesla remains a powerful and often controversial force in an industry where challenging the established order is rare. Nevertheless, Tesla has encountered significant pressure and scrutiny since the beginning of this year. Let's examine the recent developments in detail. Tesla faces a critical test. For an extended period, Tesla appeared virtually unstoppable, fueled by pioneering technology, grand futuristic concepts, and a potent brand image that cultivated immense popularity on Wall Street and among consumers alike. It seemed incapable of missteps. From its sleek, high-performance electric vehicles to ambitious pronouncements about a future filled with self-driving robo-taxis, Tesla consistently presented a vision where the future was not only imminent but already unfolding. However, even the most compelling visions eventually confront reality. That defining moment may now be arriving for Tesla. Market valuation built largely on hype can only sustain a company for so long. The demand for tangible results is intensifying. With the company's first quarterly earnings report for 2025 scheduled for release on April 22nd, the focus of the financial world is squarely on the forthcoming figures. Investors and market analysts are observing the situation with considerable apprehension. Tesla's stock price has already experienced a decline of over 40% since the start of the year. This represents a dramatic devaluation for a company once celebrated as the epitome of technological innovation and rapid growth. Behind this sharp downturn lies a convergence of factors: disappointing vehicle delivery volumes, slower than anticipated growth rates, and escalating concerns regarding leadership stability and direction, particularly centered on the polarizing figure of CEO Elon Musk. Once widely hailed as a visionary innovator, Musk is now frequently embroiled in controversies that critics argue distract significantly from Tesla's core business objectives. Questioning whether the company is maintaining its focus on fundamental strengths or if its resources and attention are being fragmented across too many diverse projects. The most recent quarterly performance data from Tesla has done little to alleviate these mounting anxieties. In the initial 3 months of 2025, Tesla reported delivering 336,681 vehicles. While this figure may appear substantial in isolation, it represents a considerable 13% year-over-year decrease compared to the corresponding period in the previous year. This constitutes Tesla's most severe quarterly decline in vehicle deliveries ever recorded. Furthermore, this delivery volume significantly missed Wall Street consensus expectations by approximately 40,000 vehicles. For a company that cultivated its reputation on consistently exceeding market forecasts, this miss was a substantial blow to investor confidence. This marked downturn in performance has cast a long shadow over Tesla's previously unquestioned future prospects. It has prompted difficult and pressing questions within the market. Is consumer demand for Tesla vehicles beginning to weaken? are internal challenges, such as rising production costs or operational bottlenecks, impeding the company's ability to scale? Are prospective buyers being drawn away by increasingly competitive offerings from other electric vehicle manufacturers? And perhaps most fundamentally concerning, has the unique aura of excitement and desirability that once defined Tesla finally begun to diminish? Investors certainly appear to be signaling their apprehension. Last week alone, Tesla's stock price fell by another 4.3%, notably underperforming the broader S&P 500 index, which declined by only 1.5% during the same period. This pattern of underperformance relative to the market is becoming increasingly apparent. Tesla's current stock price remains down 45% from its peak reached in December of the previous year. Over a span of merely a few months, the company's market valuation has been nearly halved by investors. Remarkably, Tesla's shares have closed lower in 11 out of the last 13 trading weeks. This trajectory is clearly not the kind of performance investors expect or appreciate from a company that was once considered the undisputed vanguard of the electric vehicle revolution. Naturally, Tesla is far from being out of the running. It retains a remarkably loyal customer base, possesses genuinely cutting-edge technology, and continues to articulate bold, transformative ideas about the future of personal transportation. However, to reclaim its former market standing and regain investor confidence, the company will likely need to prioritize delivering consistent, quantifiable results over making ambitious, headline-grabbing announcements. Exciting concepts like automated robo-taxi networks and fully autonomous driving capabilities are undeniably thrilling possibilities. However, unless they transition from conceptual stages into widespread functional realities, they remain precisely that: ideas. The forthcoming earnings announcement on April 22nd will be interpreted as far more than a simple report of financial figures. It will serve as a critical test of market confidence. Can Tesla successfully demonstrate that it still possesses the capability and momentum to continue leading the rapidly evolving electric vehicle industry? Or is there a risk it could become a cautionary example of a company that soared too high, on the strength of speculative hype, ultimately falling back to earth? One undeniable certainty remains: the entire world is watching and awaiting the outcome. But which specific car did Toyota announce with claims that it might surpass Tesla? Let's discover the details. Introducing Toyota's bZ3X. The electric vehicle market has just experienced a significant disruption, originating from a global automotive powerhouse universally recognized for its exceptional reliability and enduring quality. Toyota. This long-established giant has now made a decisive and impactful entry into the electric mobility sector with the launch of the bZ3X, a visually striking, fully electric SUV positioned not only as a sustainable choice for the environment, but also as a financially accessible option for consumers. This is engineered to be more than just another electric car. The bZ3X is designed as a market disruptor. This vehicle is not a speculative concept car, it's a production model boasting generous interior space, a sense of quality, and a suite of advanced technology features extensive enough to compel potential buyers to seriously reconsider their options. While a significant portion of electric vehicles currently available command premium price points that place them beyond the financial reach of average consumers, Toyota appears to have inverted this pricing model. This brand-new electric SUV is being offered at an astonishingly low starting price point in its launch market. Reports indicate a price equivalent around $15,700 USD. That figure represents an incredibly competitive price for a fully electric SUV from a brand with Toyota's reputation, potentially less than the cost of many conventional gasoline-powered vehicles. It presents a value proposition that initially feels almost too good to be true, yet it is now a reality. The bZ3X was jointly developed in collaboration with Guangzhou Automobile Group, GAC, and has been officially launched in China, which holds the title of the world's largest and most dynamic EV market. This strategic alliance leverages Toyota's renowned expertise in manufacturing exceptionally durable and reliable vehicles alongside GAC's rapidly growing capabilities in EV technology and manufacturing within the Asian market. The outcome is a cost-effective electric SUV that reportedly does not compromise on performance capabilities, passenger comfort, or contemporary design aesthetics. The sleek exterior design of the BZ3X is crafted to command attention. It features modern, flowing lines, a confident and substantial stance, and futuristic design elements that collectively give it an appearance significantly more premium than its actual price suggests. However, the true innovation and appeal reside in its underlying technology, specifically beneath the vehicle's floor structure. The BZ3X operates with a silent, remarkably smooth electric powertrain, delivering a clean, quiet, and entirely zero-emission driving experience. This makes it exceptionally well-suited for diverse applications, including urban commuting, daily school transportation, or relaxed long weekend getaways. Inside the cabin, Toyota has implemented a design philosophy centered on cleanliness and technological integration. Passengers are greeted by a minimalist dashboard dominated by a prominent digital instrument display, intuitively arranged user controls, and the kind of smart connectivity and convenience features typically expected in much more expensive vehicle segments. This includes advanced infotainment systems, comprehensive safety features, and sophisticated driver assistance technologies designed to enhance the safety and comfort of all occupants throughout their journeys. However, potentially the most transformative aspect of this new vehicle launch is its profound implication for the broader accessibility of electric driving. For many years, one of the primary obstacles preventing widespread EV adoption has been the prohibitive cost barrier. Many consumers express a strong desire to transition to electric mobility, but have been financially unable to afford the high purchase prices associated with brands like Tesla and other premium EV manufacturers. Now, with the introduction of the BZ3X, Toyota is effectively opening the door to electric vehicle ownership for a vast population of drivers who have been patiently awaiting an EV that is genuinely within their financial reach. In fact, industry observers are already characterizing this launch as a significant wake-up call for major established players, particularly Tesla. While Tesla has historically dominated the public discourse surrounding EVs, largely through its range of premium segment offerings, Toyota is pursuing a fundamentally different and arguably more inclusive market strategy. Their focus appears centered on democratizing electric driving, making it accessible to a broad base of consumers rather than remaining exclusively within the purview of an affluent elite. The BZ3X may not necessarily match the peak performance specifications of a Tesla Model Y or boast the overtly high-tech flair of certain luxury-class EVs. Yet, it achieves something arguably more impactful. It renders electric cars genuinely affordable, broadly accessible, and underpinned by Toyota's formidable reputation for reliability. In the context of today's global automotive market, this combination represents a potent recipe for widespread disruption. Therefore, it is reasonable to suggest that Tesla may indeed need to pay close attention to its competitors, as Toyota is entering the market rapidly with an option that promises to be cleaner, significantly more affordable, and intelligently designed. If the BZ3X represents merely the initial phase of this strategy, we could potentially be witnessing the nascent stages of an entirely new chapter in the ongoing electric vehicle revolution. A phase characterized by widespread accessibility, where consumers across diverse economic backgrounds can realistically embrace electric transportation without facing overwhelming financial burdens. Let the new phase of the EV battle commence as we delve into the specific attributes positioning the BZ3X as a formidable competitor to established EV leaders like Tesla. Range engineered for diverse needs and affordability. It all began on a pleasantly mild Monday morning. 2 adjusted her vehicle's rearview mirror, settled comfortably into her driver's seat, and pressed the ignition button of her newly acquired BZ3X. The subdued, quiet hum of the electric motor served as an immediate reminder that this was a fundamentally different mode of transportation. For individuals like Lola, whose daily routine involves navigating the city with practiced efficiency, handling school drop-offs, attending business meetings, and managing evening errands, the reported 430 km range of the base model BZ3X felt like a tremendous advantage. Days would often pass, sometimes extending into full weeks, without the necessity of considering recharging. The car seamlessly integrated into her busy urban lifestyle, proving consistently silent, dependable, and ready whenever needed. Meanwhile, miles away, Mark was finalizing preparations for a weekend excursion. As an architect with a client base spanning two distinct cities and a personal passion for spontaneous road trips, Mark required a vehicle offering greater flexibility. His mid-range BZ3X model, providing an estimated 520 km of range, offered the ideal balance. It afforded him the essential freedom to easily commute between professional obligations and pursue leisure activities without the constant need to locate charging facilities. On weekdays, he efficiently traveled between construction sites and client consultations. On weekends, he sought refuge from urban pressures, navigating winding roads, enjoying music at full volume, and appreciating the expansive skies ahead. The concept of range anxiety was absent, replaced by a sense of uninhibited freedom. And then there was Sophia, retired but retaining an adventurous spirit, unwilling to settle into inactivity. She had dedicated years to envisioning travel across every state in the country by road. Now, equipped with her top-tier BZ3X boasting an impressive estimated 610-kilometer range, she was actively realizing that dream. From scenic coastal routes to challenging mountain ascents, she embraced each mile of her journey. Long-distance travel had never felt so effortless or tranquil. There were no engine noises, no vibrations, simply a smooth, silent glide powered by electricity and the inherent thrill of exploration. What united these individual experiences was not solely the impressive distances the BZ3X could cover, but the underlying technology powering the vehicle. At the core of every BZ3X unit resides a potent lithium iron phosphate (LFP) battery pack, performing its essential function quietly and effectively. Notably, these batteries were developed without utilizing cobalt or nickel, a design choice that contributes significantly to cost reduction while also addressing critical ethical and environmental concerns associated with the sourcing of these materials. In contrast to many traditional battery chemistries that rely on rare and often controversially sourced mineral components, the BZ3X's LFP battery offers a more responsible and sustainable alternative. It is engineered to be inherently safer, exhibit greater stability under various conditions, and have a reduced environmental footprint. This translates to fewer concerns regarding potential overheating issues and enhanced peace of mind concerning sustainability practices. However, arguably the most pleasantly surprising aspect for many new owners was the streamlined and efficient charging experience. Tu recounted her initial stop at a public fast charger, mentally preparing herself for a lengthy waiting period. Instead, in an estimated 24 minutes, her battery capacity was replenished to 80%. By the time she had purchased a beverage and quickly responded to a few pending messages on her device, she was ready to resume her journey. This efficiency was a common theme. Abdul often commented humorously on how his necessary roadside brakes were now perfectly synchronized with his vehicle's recharging needs, quick, highly efficient, and remarkably convenient. Mama Lamy affectionately referred to it as refueling with a side of sightseeing, noting that after a brief rest or a prayer break, her BZ3X would be restored to substantial charge, prepared for the next segment of her adventure. From the demands of busy urban streets to the expanse of distant highways, the BZ3X transcends being merely a mechanical device. It becomes an integral part of its owners' lives, silently and effectively adapting to their diverse rhythms and personal lifestyles. Whether accommodating the demands of a hectic daily commute, the unpredictability of a varied schedule, or the inherent allure of the open road, this electric vehicle demonstrably offers something valuable for nearly everyone. In a world where each person's life journey is uniquely different, finding a single automobile that appears to comprehend and adapt to such varied needs is uncommon. Yet, the bZ3X not only seems to understand these dynamics, but actively facilitates them, operating with a combination of smooth performance, reliable power, and thoughtful design. Let's now explore the comprehensive features and capabilities integrated within the bZ3X. Intelligent design, inside and out. The moment I first entered the bZ3X, I sensed a fundamental difference in the experience. It didn't feel like stepping into a conventional car cabin. It was more akin to entering a meticulously crafted futuristic environment. This future, however, was thoughtfully appointed with tactile surfaces like leather and brushed aluminum, all enveloped in a remarkable state of silence. Not an empty or sterile silence, but one that conveyed a sense of intelligent awareness, as though the vehicle were subtly attuned to its surroundings and occupants. The feature that immediately captured my attention was the expansive 14.6-inch touchscreen display, elegantly integrated into the dashboard, functioning much like a central command interface. Its size was clearly purposeful, not merely for visual effect, and it exhibited impressive responsiveness, almost anticipating user input. Controls for climate regulation, media playback, navigation systems, and even communication appeared intuitively presented, glowing with a soft illumination awaiting interaction. Positioned directly behind the steering wheel, a refined 8.8-inch digital display activated, providing essential driving information with clear and calm precision. Looking upwards, the panoramic sunroof offered an expansive and unobstructed view, creating an impression that the vast sky was an inherent part of the cabin environment. Natural light streamed in, reflecting off the interior surfaces, lending the cabin an almost dynamic, living quality. Then, the audio system engaged, and the sound quality was exceptional. Yamaha engineers had apparently calibrated each of the 11 speakers with meticulous attention, delivering not merely sound but a truly immersive emotional experience. It felt less like listening to a personal music library and more like being enveloped within a private concert, with crisp high frequencies, rich mid-tones, and deep satisfying bass frequencies creating a powerful auditory environment. The cabin was designed to cultivate a specific atmosphere. Even seemingly minor details communicated a sense of thoughtful design and premium appointments. A wireless charging pad was conveniently located precisely where a hand would naturally rest, offering effortless device charging without the clutter of cables. Simply place the device down to initiate charging. The seating was anatomically sculpted to provide exceptional support and comfort. Regardless of whether the journey was a long highway drive or a brief urban errand, the seating comfort discouraged exiting the vehicle. However, what truly impressed me beyond the visible or tactile elements was the vehicle's evident intelligence. This bZ3X felt like significantly more than just a smart car. It possessed capabilities suggesting genuine sophistication. Utilizing Momenta's 5.0 smart drive system, the vehicle operated like a highly capable co-pilot, demonstrating remarkable stability and perceptiveness exceeding typical human capacity. It appeared to monitor its environment comprehensively, with advanced LiDAR technology scanning the surroundings in 3 dimensions and a network of 360-degree sensors working in concert with AI-powered alert systems. The car could seemingly anticipate potential movements before they fully developed. Noticing a cyclist weaving through traffic prompted the bZ3X to subtly adjust its position or speed preemptively. Detecting a pedestrian stepping unexpectedly off a curb resulted in the vehicle already beginning to slow its forward motion. It didn't react with jarring alerts or panic. Instead, it provided smooth guidance, proactive assistance, and a pervasive sense of protection, acting like a vigilant guardian, constantly attentive. The integrated artificial intelligence systems did not merely simplify the act of driving, they elevated it, enhancing both safety and overall enjoyment. I didn't feel compelled to override the vehicle's actions. Instead, we operated in a collaborative partnership, myself and the machine, functioning in seamless synchronicity. As the city lights gradually receded into a blur and the expanse of stars became visible overhead, a profound realization dawned upon me. This was not merely a mode of transportation from one geographical point to another. It represented a distinct spatial experience, a particular mood, a mindset. The BZ3X was clearly not engineered solely for the functional purpose of commuting. From point A to point B, it was designed to evoke a specific feeling throughout that journey. It instilled a sense that the future had genuinely arrived, and I was personally navigating within it. Considering its aesthetic attributes, does this vehicle effectively challenge or perhaps even surpass the visual identity established by Musk's Tesla designs? Let's delve deeper into the distinct and stylish structural characteristics defining the BZ3X, stylishly subtle or confidently distinctive. The choice is yours. It is relatively uncommon for an automobile to succeed in leaving a truly indelible impression, yet the BZ3X accomplishes precisely that, and it does so with a striking degree of style. From the very first encounter, it is evident that this vehicle is conceived as more than simply a functional mode of transport. It aims to provide a comprehensive experience. The focus extends beyond the utilitarian necessity of moving from point A to point B. It incorporates the crucial element of how one feels throughout the duration of that journey. From its carefully sculpted, assertive exterior form to the thoughtfully curated spectrum of available color finishes, the BZ3X successfully harmonizes a sense of underlying power with refined elegance. It projects confidence without being excessively flamboyant and appears sleek without feeling sterile or devoid of personality. The moment the vehicle comes into view, its visual presence is undeniably impactful. It stands tall, projecting an image of self-assurance, yet it achieves this presence subtly without resorting to ostentation. It simply commands attention. The exterior design represents a commendable execution of minimalist sophistication. The sharp, precise lines contribute to a palpable sense of dynamism and forward momentum, creating the impression that the BZ3X is perpetually prepared for what lies ahead. Its physical stance conveys both strength and approachability, a compelling synthesis of visual boldness and understated refinement. Whether stationary or in motion, the vehicle's design communicates volumes about the capabilities and intentionality embedded within its engineering. Furthermore, the consideration given to color choices is notable. The BZ3X is not merely available in a standard selection of paint finishes. It offers a collection of distinct shades intended to resonate with individual personality traits. The timeless, deep black finish is offered for those who project an aura of unwavering confidence and authority. The sophisticated, understated silver appeals to individuals who value refinement and elegance. The lively and uniquely expressive pink is curated for the adventurous spirit, unafraid to make a bold statement. And the radiant, eye-catching gold is designed for those who embrace ambition unapologetically and choose to shine prominently in all their endeavors. Each color option serves as a visual extension of the owner's character, allowing for personalized expression. However, the appeal of the BZ3X is not solely confined to its visual presentation. It extends profoundly to the tactile and experiential aspects of the vehicle. Stepping inside, one is welcomed into an interior environment that manages to feel simultaneously expansive and comfortably personal. The cabin space is intentionally designed to create a welcoming embrace, with every individual detail meticulously fashioned to promote a sense of ease and well-being for occupants. The contemporary layout of the dashboard, the presence of subtle, Ambient interior lighting and the application of smooth, pleasant-to-touch materials collectively contribute to creating an environment ideally suited for both extended road trips and brief, routine errands. It is an interior space designed to facilitate relaxation, maintain focus, and genuinely enhance the enjoyment of the journey. Regardless of whether driving alone or accompanied by passengers, operating the BZ3X is conceived as an inherently pleasurable experience. Its operational performance is consistently smooth, highly responsive, and impressively energy efficient. Yet, its capabilities transcend mere speed or fuel efficiency metrics. They encompass a degree of integrated intelligence. This SUV is engineered to effectively balance dynamic power delivery with sustainable operational characteristics, providing an environmentally conscious ride without requiring a compromise on the inherent satisfaction and engagement of the driving experience. It demonstrates efficiency and exhilaration in equal measure. What fundamentally distinguishes the BZ3X is the degree to which it empowers the individual to shape their own unique ownership experience. It does not attempt to constrain the driver within a predefined paradigm. Instead, it facilitates personalization. Whether one identifies as a driven young professional actively advancing their career, a parent seeking a vehicle that expertly combines practicality with distinctive flair, or an enthusiastic explorer constantly embarking on new journeys. The BZ3X is designed to adapt seamlessly to these varied lifestyles, evolving beyond the simple definition of an automobile to become a trusted companion. This is the BZ3X, a vehicle designed to accomplish significantly more than merely facilitating travel from one geographical point to another. It embodies a statement, serving as a reflection of the owner's identity and a celebration of the path that lies ahead. Its essence is not solely about reaching the destination, it is fundamentally about the manner of arrival. With the BZ3X, one is not simply engaging in the act of driving, they are actively making a statement. Beyond its direct competition with Tesla, other brands operating within the EV sector also appear to be acutely sensing the impact of Toyota's assertive market presence. Let's now examine the reception and influence of Toyota's presence. Within China, currently the preeminent EV market globally, Toyota's new EV shakes up China's fiercely competitive market. For a considerable period, Toyota faced substantial difficulty effectively competing with the domestically established electric vehicle manufacturers in China. However, the long-standing Japanese automotive titan is now executing a calculated and assertive maneuver to alter this dynamic. With the formal introduction of its latest electric SUV, Toyota is re-entering the competitive arena, this time employing a strategic approach that directly challenges its Chinese counterparts on both the critical fronts of pricing and technological innovation. This new vehicle is positioned at a remarkably accessible price point for the Chinese market. The base model is reportedly priced starting at less than 110,000 yuan, which translates to approximately 15,700 euros USD. This makes it the most economically priced electric vehicle Toyota has ever introduced in the Chinese market. This pricing strategy signifies a profound shift in the company's established approach, signaling a clear intent to compete not merely on its traditional strengths of build quality and reliability, but also aggressively on cost-effectiveness. For consumers seeking enhanced capabilities, a version of the vehicle is available equipped with an advanced driver assistance system, ADAS, suite, reportedly capable of executing sophisticated maneuvers such as automatic lane changes and seamless merging into traffic flows. This higher specification model starts at 139,800 yen, roughly equivalent to $19,279 USD. China, recognized as the world's largest and most rapidly expanding market for electric vehicles, has evolved into an exceptionally competitive landscape. Both nascent local startups and long-established domestic automotive brands are engaged in a continuous, intense competition to attract and secure consumer preference. Chinese manufacturers are not merely implementing aggressive price reductions. They are simultaneously integrating an impressive array of advanced technology features into their vehicles to broaden their appeal to a wider customer base. Notably, domestic leader BYD recently unveiled a new EV model priced remarkably under $10,000 USD, which astonishingly includes its own proprietary driver assistance technology, a development that sent shockwaves throughout the global industry. Initial indicators suggest that Toyota's newest offering is successfully capturing the market attention it aimed for. Hang Ba-lin, vice president of sales at GAC Toyota, publicly shared via the social media platform Weibo that the company registered over 10,000 customer orders within a mere hour of the SUV's official launch. The volume of initial interest and traffic was reportedly so overwhelming that Toyota's associated online server infrastructure experienced a temporary crash from the sheer volume of user activity, according to reports from the automotive news outlet Electric. This level of immediate customer enthusiasm powerfully demonstrates the underlying market demand for a well-priced, feature-rich electric vehicle originating from a brand possessing Toyota's formidable reputation for quality and dependability. Toyota has not just casually entered the burgeoning EV market, it is demonstrably undertaking actions aimed at significantly disrupting it. A key element underpinning this new, highly competitive pricing strategy is Toyota's deliberate choice of battery technology. The new SUV, formerly designated as the BZ3X, utilizes lithium iron phosphate (LFP) battery packs for its energy storage. These battery types are inherently less expensive to produce compared to traditional lithium-ion chemistries, which often incorporate cobalt or nickel, and have become a preferred choice among numerous leading Chinese automakers, prominently, including BYD. While LFP batteries typically offer a slightly shorter maximum driving range compared to some nickel-cobalt-based alternatives, their crucial advantage lies in enabling a significantly lower overall vehicle price, a critically important factor in the highly cost-sensitive Chinese market where every yuan difference carries weight. Toyota's strategic initiatives in China extend beyond simply launching a single new model. Just last month, the company publicly announced definitive plans to establish an entirely new manufacturing facility in Shanghai. This factory will operate under full ownership by Toyota and is specifically slated to focus on the production of electric vehicles and associated battery systems, including models under the premium Lexus brand. Furthermore, Toyota explicitly stated its intention for local Chinese teams to assume a leading role in the design and development process for future vehicles specifically tailored to meet the distinct preferences and requirements of Chinese consumers. As articulated by Toyota's Chief Financial Officer, Yoichi Miyazaki, our fundamental objective is to evolve into a corporate entity that garners greater affection and endorsement from the populace of China. Through this explicitly localized and cost-competitive strategic pivot, Toyota is unambiguously conveying a clear message to the market. It is not merely entering the Chinese EV market with the goal of playing catch-up. It is actively pursuing a strategy designed to win over consumers, gain substantial market share, and firmly establish itself within the world's most dynamic and intensely contested automotive battleground. What are your perspectives, Ian? Toyota's potential to effectively challenge, or potentially even displace, Tesla's current leading position within the global EV market. We encourage you to share your insights and opinions in the comments section below. Additionally, if you found this analysis informative, please take a moment to like this content and subscribe to our channel for further updates.